as of this past week as well, we have
Mm.
seen our fixture list has come out, become
Yes.
available. Obviously, everyone kind of jumps into it and looks for the big matches, big matchups, North London derby, all of that kind of thing. What's been your thoughts on the fixture list after seeing it?
You know what? I think it's probably the first time in a while quite balanced. You know, maybe outside of September and October, but again, you'd always prefer that at the beginning of the season, in my opinion. Like if there's any sort of tense run, but I don't think it's that bad. I mean, when I'm comparing it to other teams, I know like some other teams have a way better or easier running than us, but I think generally, you know, we get a lot of the hard games out of the way end of October, and then it's a couple tricky games here and there, and you know we're kind of okay. Like even when we do have a tough game, like a Liverpool or something like that, it's surrounded by winnable games. The running is kind of interesting. That Manchester United second to last game away from home, yeah, you feel like that's going to be huge. But yeah, even Tottenham's our fourth game, fourth last game, and that's away as well. So yeah, definitely you want to find yourself in a better position. But this is, and not to go back to the transfer talk, but this is why I want to get this transfer stuff done early, and I really want to see Arteta like keeping our players fresh for April and May, because you can kind of just see that we just burnt out. You know, we need to be using the squad, like, you know, just like as a side note. But yeah, man, I think the first 3 games, it's got to be 9 points. It's got to be 9 points.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
If we can't drop points to Forest, Crystal Palace, or Fulham. I'm sorry.
I mean, maybe we can go through it month by month, because I'm just thinking, like, you know, I'm looking at that August. Not at Forest at home. It's got to be an emphatic win. I love Forest. I've got some love for Forest, should I say? But it's got to be 3-4-0. It's got to be, you know, example.
Set pace.
You know, set pace. Palace away. Never an easy fixture. We don't know where they'll be at. Rumours of Potter coming in, but still, again, I'm not I need 3 points. And Fulham at home, again, it's at home. Fulham aren't, you know, they're not meat and drink, but definitely should be 3 points. And then September is when we start to see what we're made of. Yeah, any thoughts? Initial thoughts for you, though, bro?
Yeah, it's one of these ones where I think some, like you said, some of the things are spaced out nicely. There's a couple of little opportunities to go on runs. I looked at October, you know, Man City and then Chelsea, and then on the flip side in March, I think it was, Chelsea, then Man City. Yeah. So those could be, you know, successive weeks. And in October, there's usually like international break or something. Yeah. So maybe it's in between those, but who knows? Those could end up being 7 days apart. They could end up being one a weekend, one a midweek fixture. Yeah. So, you know, it's very difficult to see. You know, as they say, there's no easy games in it.
Yeah,
it's no easy games. Like you have to turn up, you have to play every single one of those. And now we have the added caveat of Champions League football, where I know people always talk about Europa, or you go to some awkward places in Europe, this, that, and the other.
It's not that bad, though. It's not what it used to be. I know, like, it's not what it used to be.
I don't even believe it anyway. Yeah. Like, it's the same Thursday, Sunday, and Wednesday, Saturday. What's the difference?
You know what? I think it's the way people explained it. It's like, so, you know, so you play the game. Let's say you both go to Spain, you come back and you land, you get there late. You get back late. Let's say Champions League, you get back late or early Wednesday morning, and then you rest. Then you've got Thursday and Friday.
No, I'm saying if you play the match on a Wednesday, you play your Champions League match on a Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Go from there.
Okay. Yeah. Come back early Thursday. Then you got Friday. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I've never really understood it personally, but I just think like, because people say, oh, the Thursday, Sunday, the Thursday. I'm like, but it's the same gap that if you play on the Wednesday. I get the Tuesday, Saturday. If that's the argument, then I hear it, because you do get the extra day.
Yeah.
But if it's the Wednesday, Saturday now, it's like, well, I don't know. Maybe I need to look at the scheduling to see. It
alternates.
Yeah.
Like if you might play Tuesday, Saturday, then the following week you might play Wednesday, Saturday. Obviously, Europa League is literally just Thursday, Sunday.
Thursday, Sunday.
Or, you know, it might be a Monday night football if you're lucky. Like, so really and truly, I don't know if the places they're going to, like they say, are they further away?
Bro,
or
no, because
like,
the quality's gone up. So it's like, it's not, you know, you might get in a group stage, you might go to like a even going Belarus, like it's not like it's because it sounds coy, but it's not. It's like it's you know what I mean. It's not mad. It's not mad when you're going to these places. Like when you're saying that, oh, you know, some of the clubs are out in what they called Kazakhstan and everything like that, which is a bit, you know, further that way, and maybe it's the quality of the pitches that you're playing on as well, etc. And I can understand that, but in terms of scheduling,
they make it sound like these men are getting flipping Ryanair flights to these places as well. Like, not like, I mean, I hear it, but I don't hear it. Yeah. Anyway, my point was that obviously Europa League or Conference League, whatever you're playing in, you have the ability to rest, put out a bit of a rotated team. You can't do that in the Champions League unless you want to go out.
It's like, give and take, bro.
You've got to win your first 6 Champions League matches in the group stages before you can think about rotating. So really and truly, to me, this is a bit harder than Europa League and Thursday, Sunday.
And this is where it's a new test for Arteta, because for me, it's like, this is where you have the more nuanced rotation, like how Pep does, where, you know, you take out maybe 2 or 3 players in certain positions where you can just keep certain areas fresh. So again, if you look at our squad currently, you would say, okay, maybe you take out a party for a Lavia, for example, you know, or maybe not someone so key, but you know, you would do something like that, and then maybe you bring in a Smith Rowe for a Martinelli, and you play Nketiah up top, and you just make those subs, but then you refresh the squad with the 5 subs that we've got now. So now it's just like, okay, we go hard for 50, 55, 60 minutes, we're up 3-1 or something like that, and then you start to rotate, and then you start to bring on players, you know what I mean, and start to really use the squad. I don't want to see Saka and them, man, you know, flipping 85-minute, like, bro, and then you start, bro, like, I don't even care if we're playing Tuesday and then Saturday. You can, like, there's just got to be so much better rotation. You have to trust the squads, and if it crash and burns because of that, then you know that what I need to go and find more quality. We cannot be, like you said, this is the real, because Arteta's always spoken about the play every 3 days, you know, world-class players do it, blah, blah, blah. Yes, but when you don't have to, you definitely make sure you don't have to. You know, we don't know our Champions League group. I think we are going to be in pot 2 now because of the way other things happen in other leagues, but it still doesn't mean we'll get an easy group. Some of these pot 3 teams that we could have been are techie, you know, so got to go out hard. We're probably going to get a really tense, you know, pot 1 team. I'm hoping there's someone like Porto, but even Porto, they had a really decent run last year, you know, or like a Benfica or something like that.
Benfica's pot 1, Feyenoord is pot 1 as well. Those are the easiest teams we can get in pot 1.
But they won't, obviously, hopefully final, but there won't be any easy games regardless, you know what I mean? So we just really have to use the squad, man. We have to use the squads.
So the quality has to come in, because like even like you're saying, like if we had Caicedo, let's say, and we wanted to rest him, then you can bring in a Partey, brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
That is brilliant. That's the ideal situation. Like, I don't want the rotation to happen, because it needs to happen, like you're rightly saying, but then the ability falls off a cliff.
That's the thing.
So this is why I'm looking at the Havertz deal, and again, I don't like it per se, but this is the only thing I can be thinking, that this is why he's doing it, like, because if he believes this man is of this ilk, if he's a good kind of replacement option that can step in, the level won't drop, then this is why he's after him. So I mean, these fixtures are going to be very difficult, even when, like I was saying, you might see a run of a games that is a Crystal Palace and a Fulham. If you have a Barcelona stuck in between, like, all of a sudden, the Crystal Palace and Fulham game aren't easy anymore.
Exactly.
So it's very difficult. However, like I say, in terms of the big teams, I believe they're well spread. That United second game of the season, you'd love to think that that's going to mean something. That you're going to be there or thereabouts at the end of the season, and that's going to mean something. Tottenham, we always tend to have fairly early in it. which we have in, was it September? We've got Tottenham.
September we've got Tottenham.
Yeah, so boy, it's just one of them ones. December, for as jam-packed as December always is, December looks pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, Brighton and Liverpool, little, there are a couple techie away
Villa
games
in there as well.
Yeah,
to be fair,
and we don't know what Luton's going to be giving still. Luton away could be
giving us 3 points, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, like I'm just scanning over it again. I feel like it's manageable, man. Again, like there's a couple clusters like that one you said in March with the Chelsea at home, City away. Again, but other than that, I don't see any like crazy concerning runs. It's just got the odd game, maybe followed up by like a tricky-ish away game. But it's that because the Champions League runs from like September to November-ish before it goes.
December. It goes into December.
So I know eventually when it does kick off, that's when, like you said, it's what games are in between, and we're very excited. Obviously, we're back, but the quality can't drop off crazy. And again, we're gonna have to keep going again and having these tough games. It's not going to be Europa League where you're slapping in 3 goals, 4 goals with your rotated squads and stuff like that. So that September though, I think could be crazy for us. Normally we do okay against United at home, but it won't be easy. Like my heart's already, I don't want us to lose to them, obviously. Everton away, a ground where we normally just, I don't know, they're so rubbish, and we just go there and just drop our pants every time.
Yeah, but then when they come to Emirates, we flog them.
We slap them up. Yeah. And then Tottenham at home, which again normally do well, but you just never know. But I don't know. I think if they get rid of Kane, we're laughing. I'm sorry, we're laughing.
That could be fun.
Yeah, that could be. But yeah, man, I think overall it's a decent fixture list. But yeah, I think just it'll be when we find out what group we're in, which normally like first, second week maybe in the Prem they do the draw.
Yeah, the draw.
Yeah. So then that we'll find out what we got, and hopefully, like I said, it's a Feyenoord and I don't even know, and like a Steaua Bucharest and
damn man, there.
You know what I mean? And like again, not that it won't be techie, but just that the quality, you feel like actually,
it's our first time back in a bit, lads. Give us a chance.
Yeah, give us a chance. I don't want to be flipping Bayern Munich, and then sometimes I feel like Inter Milan are in pot 3 and some stuff like that as well. We don't need that.
A whole finalists,
Yeah, a whole finalists and stuff will just be chilling in these pots and stuff. Like, then you get one tricky like who are these tricky top pot 4 teams like CSKA back in the day, and I don't need all that. Need to be calm. Yeah,
like we mentioned, along with the fixtures making sense and to really negotiate these fixtures as best as possible, the signings have to come in.